we're in a very like noisy world with words being abused so badly right now. And you bring the sacred into the word and recognize that ancient memory of the sacredness of the word and use it very sparingly. And I wonder, you know, to ask you as an artist, as someone who recognizes that as an American, as a woman, as a person living through what we're living right now, I want to like commission you, citizen to citizen. Are you already working on some way to respond? Like how, because I think your music has the power to respond to the idiocy of the word, which is the complete opposite of what we experienced tonight.
Absolutely.
And I just, maybe it's a comment, maybe it's a question.
Well, it's hard to figure out, you know, we just finished a piece called On Behalf of Nature, which is, that was a piece about ecology. But again, in a very abstract piece, because it was so, you know, how do you make a piece about ecology without going, and now you're going to go home and save your plastic bags, you know. I don't make plays, you know, and so what we did with that piece was, it was inspired by a wonderful poet from the, he's still very much alive in California, Northern California, who was in the beatnik group with Ginsberg and Ferlinghetti. His name is Gary Snyder. I don't know. He's a wonderful poet. He's so magnificent, but also his essays I read, you know, are magnificent. Even writing in the 70s about what's going on now with the world. So I read an article that he wrote called "Writers and the War Against Nature," and he was saying, as artists, it's our duty to embody and speak for entities that can't speak for themselves. And so, and he said through song and dance, which was like, oh my gosh, you know, it was so inspiring. So, in a way, that's what On Behalf of Nature is. It's really like delineating, you know, these processes of nature. And it has also quite a sad feeling of an elegy of what we're in danger of losing. So that's what we did with that. And now we're working on, I mean, in a way, one can address it politically and out, you know, in an out front kind of way, what's going on. Haven't figured out how to do that yet. I did revive a piece that I did in the 70s called Quarry, a section of it that had a dictator and this terrifying kind of rally that I was inspired by the Hitler Youth rallies and certainly about what was happening in Germany. You know, and so we taught it to a group of young people at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, and these two young guys are playing, you know, the dictator character, and amazingly well. And this rally thing is so powerful. So I feel that's kind of a way of also trying to teach young people history, because I feel like there's, you know, history isn't even being taught in our school in America. I mean, you know, I remember on August 6th, I'll never forget this, I went to the doctor's appointment up in New York State, not in New York City, but upstate, and the young woman at the desk gave, you know, said, I said, well, what's today? She said, August 6th. I was going to write a check out, and she said, I said, it's Hiroshima Day today, and she said, what's that? And I said, World War II, and she said, what's that? And I was like, what's that? The atom bomb, what's that? I was like, you know, I was, yeah, nukes. You know, they think that World War II was 1812 or something. I mean, it's unbelievable. So this thing of passing this on of the knowledge to these young people was so moving. I went to a rehearsal last week and I was in tears to just pass. So that's one way. But the other way, I think, is in a sense offering an alternative reality. You know, offering sacred space and offering quiet and offering internal concentration, you know, these things that we don't get. So we're working on a new piece called Cellular Songs, which is with 5 women. Very intricate a cappella pieces, like tiny little things, but so utterly intricate. And I keep on thinking, how is this relating to what's happening, you know? But I think what it's going to say in the long run is that no matter what happens, life itself will go on. You know, the sacredness of life. But that's not to say that we shouldn't be fighting, you know, tooth and nail and protesting and doing everything else. So I haven't figured out exactly how to integrate the response to that into a piece that we started before this insanity began. But another crazy idea, I don't know if that's going to be this piece or the next piece, is I think we need a good comedy now. You know, I'm thinking of Sullivan's Travels. Did all of you ever see a wonderful film called Sullivan's Travels from the 30s? And it's about this, it's Preston Sturges, it's such a great film. And it's about this newspaper man, and he wants to really feel what the people are like. So he literally, gets rid of everything and lives the life of a itinerant, and he gets arrested and he's in prison, and he's on the chain gang, and it's torture. And then it's just a horrible life existence. I mean, just horrible. But every once in a while they'll show a Charlie Chaplin movie, and it kind of makes me proud to just think about it. And you see all these people just laughing and laughing and laughing, and then he realized, because he's a person who actually was a film director or something like that, but he wants to be serious, and that's what, do serious subjects, so that's why he decides to go live with people and find out the seriousness of life. And then when he sees them laughing with with Charlie Chaplin, he realizes his comedy and what he does is also very, very, very valid. So, I don't know if Cellular Songs is going to be a comedy. Little cells jumping around. Beep, beep, beep. Thank you very, very much.